Hello, 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 and welcome to another stream. Today, I wish to do some testing and exploration, as I would like to do in the future an event, a race, and do it similar to the Dakar Rally, or Dakar, however you pronounce that. I'll have to go look that up. Where it's a long-distance marathon of a race over off-road terrain with absolutely no set route. Just, here's your start point, here's your end point, get there however you feel like. And what a better place to do that than Pertam. Because it is the place to drive. Earthlight kind of sucks for this. And, Pertam, I think, would be a bit better. So what I'm thinking for the event, which I'm probably going to hold in early July. I have a week off in the first week of July. And I'll probably do all the setup and do all the planning and get everything all tickety-boo then. And then do it, like... I could do it on my birthday, actually. Because my birthday is the 6th. So I could do like a birthday party live stream. And we could do a community event on my birthday on Thursday night. If people are interested. But yes, they've got GPS checkpoints they have to pass. Yes, I'm thinking of something similar. So what I'm thinking for the event would be that everyone's going to start in this Horseshoe Oasis. This is where I started my Season 3. Where I started driving. I'm going to make sure I have my... Oh yeah, I actually have turned down my music for when I'm recording my videos now, so my editor doesn't have to deal with it. We'll put the music back on. We can start at Horseshoe Oasis, or this will be the ending point. I'm not exactly sure. And then it's like east or west. There will be... You have to get to, like, the top of this mountain, or you have to get to the bottom of this valley, that kind of thing. So, different checkpoints. And it's a off-road race. I think I want the ending to be the Horseshoe Oasis. So that we're driving with the sun. This is east. This direction is east. So the sun is going that direction. If you can see as I advance time, the sun is going that direction over there. So if we drive towards the sun, that'll probably be good. It'll give the people more daylight during the event. Because I don't want them to be in the pitch black while they're trying to drive. So what I thought I could do today is either grab a rover off the workshop or maybe use one of mine. And do we have like a off-road, what would it be, like a buggy or something? Does anyone have any good off-road blueprints? Because what I'm thinking is I'm going to start here and I'm going to try to drive as hard as I can due east for 2 hours. And then that would give me a sense of how far somebody could drive. And then I could go around, turn around, make where I end up the start location, and then say, have at her, get to the Horseshoe Oasis as fast as you can, and just give them the waypoint for that. Let's see. I do have a lot of random crap in here. I do. I'm certain somebody... Oh, there's an APC I could drive. Desert Raider IFV. Oh, Baja truck. Oh, that. Oh, this'll be fine. Whoever built this. Yeah. That looks off-road. Yeah! Okay, what was that? Made by Deathlock L17. Two-wheel drives. Set up soft. Music creative as a prop. Oh, cool. Come on. Get me in. Does it have gyros? No, it doesn't. I need to add gyros to this. Block character tools. There we go. Get one of these. Gyros. Will scripts be allowed? Probably. I think probably the only thing I'm going to disallow is, like, direct conflict. Like, you can't actually go and, like, blow somebody else up off the starting gate. Like, that's not what this event is about. It's about driving fast. And it's got spotlights and such. I'll put them all on propulsion, because why not? Although, I want to take the front ones here. Let's see. Suspension. I want to take the front ones off of brake. Left front. And left, right, yeah, I can't spell. Front, and we'll take their braking off. There we go. And what that does is it means that if you're trying to accelerate really hard, then you brake, you don't tend to pitch up. Then what else? We'll just get rid of the speed limit. We'll give it full power. Okay. This will be the test. It is currently, what do we got, like 10 minutes into the stream? Alright, let's see how far we can get, what kind of driving this is like. Oh god, I might need another gyro. And we're going to try to go as hard as we can, straight east. Woo! Yeah, let's add one more gyro on this thing. Maybe more like 4. I want to be able to control it. My goal is it's supposed to be like an actual like race. Like there would be no conflict with your opponents. If someone was intentionally ramming into your rover, then that would be like a misconduct, and they would be penalized for it, or either with being disqualified or being a time penalty or something like that. You can use like hockey rules, like 2 minutes for roughhousing or something like that. Like, cross check, 2 minutes. Oh yeah, I can totally turn on aerodynamics. I have aerodynamics in on this test save here, and so we could have it onto the actual race. Oh yeah, I got it. Lots of gyros, able to flick myself up there. Boom. Yeah, no unsportsmanlike conduct. It's a race. And besides, if things get really like lots of people want to join in, we could do like staggered starts, and just be like, oh yeah, you start. Okay, 2 minutes later you start. 2 minutes later you start, and then you would get deducted off the final time based on your starting seed. Repairs be a thing. Like, you could break a wheel and have to gather resources to fix that wheel. I'm not sure about that. I'm actually on the fence of if I want to have block damage on or off. Because if I have block damage on, you make it so you have to be a little bit careful when you're throwing yourself off cliffs and stuff like that. So you would have to think about where you're driving. Maybe you have to design in extra resources. So that could just be part of the designs. If you hit a tree, and pop a tire, you have to have the resources for a tire on your rover. And if you don't have the resources, then you can take a time penalty and, like, reprint from a blueprint kind of thing. Oh, God. Gyros went a little nuts there. Ew. Yeah, damage would be an equalizer. DNFs are a thing. I can see that. We'll probably do that. Yeah, extra tires slapped on the side of it. You know, you have to have your spares. It's just, that'll be a thing. Oh. My dog just did a barkies. Yeah, we could have it segmented as well. So it could be like you have half hour of driving and then you're at the pit stop area, and then you can do any repairs you like or upgrades or changes. I'm just going to turn off the other waypoint I had on. And then you can go back out. So like a halfway station. And we'll get a sense of who's in the lead at that point. God, I wish I could have made this kind of time when I was in my Season 3. Let's get the sun back for me, though, please. Thank you. Oh, man, wouldn't that be a thing to do forced first-person perspective for this? You just feel like, oh, God, where am I going? Oh, where am I going to drive over? No block mods. Yeah, it's just vanilla. Yeah, vanilla, and of course, you can't take DLC out of Space Engineers. So, like, I had no idea if I was going to go over a cliff or not there, because I just couldn't see. Of course, I could also, like, publish the route prior to the race, and just say, like, okay, this is checkpoint 1, this is checkpoint 2, and people could go and figure out which routes they want, and they could make their own waypoints and stuff, and when they get onto the server they could like put their own waypoints into their rover, and that way they know which way to drive. That'd be kind of cool. I just started playing Space Engineers on the PlayStation 5. Ooh, yeah, I noticed it had just come out on the PS5. How do I play a game with loads of NPCs and undiscovered factions? If you see, like, for example, my series and stuff, where there's a bunch of non-player character enemy races and such, a lot of that is mods, which I don't believe are available on the consoles. The vanilla Space Engineers, like, combat and stuff is, like, in terms of which non-player characters are, oh god, I don't want to go there, are available, is pretty benign, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure how to do that on consoles, unfortunately. If you're on PC, I just say, like, oh yeah, install MES and install Assert and install Ember and Reavers, and then you'll be laughing, you know, sort of thing. But I'm not sure what to do in consoles. Sorry. Dodge 3. How have we been doing? Okay, so we've been going for coming up on 10 minutes here. Soon, another couple minutes. It looks like I'll be able to maybe like 20 kilometers every 10 minutes over this kind of terrain. Race checkpoint mods still work? I have no idea what that is. A race checkpoint mod? I must go and look at that. That would be a very good addition to exactly what I'm looking for. Alright, so we're getting about, say, you're gonna get like 22 kilometers. Got another 20 seconds until, like 30 seconds until the 10 minutes of racing east. And then we'll stop and we'll do an appraisal of how far we went. Which is going to be about 22 kilometers. Okay. Alright. Stop up here at 22 kilometers. Where have we gone? So we are currently in the middle of this pretty relatively easy to drive open land. And back here is the Horseshoe Oasis. Okay. So then ahead of us is some more easy to drive terrain. Let me just point directly east. There we go. And I can use that to line up my spectator camera. There's some more... Ooh, there's some stuff down here. But we'll get our first actual crevasse that we have to get through soon. And then it'll be here that we start getting into some mountains. And then we have the crevasse, which I'll actually build. I'll have to build a bridge. So let's get to the crevasse. And let's plan on a bridge. That'll definitely be a checkpoint. You gotta get across the bridge. Who knows? We'll see how far we can get in this live stream, like just racing around the planet. And if we get far enough, we might just make it so that it's a circumnavigation of the planet. We'll put a waypoint on the opposite side of the planet, and it's just get to the waypoint and back however you want. Like, go any direction you wish. Go east, north, south, west, whatever. Just get to that waypoint and get back here. Because that would be kind of cool. It would be interesting to see what different routes people would take. Oh, God. Oh yeah, I want to make their PCU size limit or something. I want essentially vehicles like this kind of size. Like, I do not want monster vehicles. I want like 1 or 2 manned buggies. Mod called Racing Display. Would you be able to post a link or something like that into my Discord if you're in there? That would be amazing. Because then I could look at it after I'm done streaming. Or maybe I'll bring it up midway here, and we could even play around with it. See how we can set it up. Just finished your Season 1 and Season 2 videos, now in Season 3. Yeah, Season 3 is fun. Season 3 is just literally this planet and driving around it. Oh, definitely build a racer. Oh yeah, you'll have... The stream would be like... Oh, God! Almost flipped there. The stream would be like... oh, this is perfect! Okay. This is a perfect little spot. I want to waypoint this. Pertam... Race... Waypoint. I'm not sure what to call it now, but I just definitely put a waypoint there. But yes, definitely the contestants would build a racer. You would load into the server, you would have an hour to build and test your racer, and then everyone sits on the starting line, and then they'll have a timer count down to 0 and make a light go green. That way it's not me saying it in voice chat or anything, it's something in the game that's doing the timing. We are essentially driving towards... I don't know which planet that is, but a planet! And of course, basic rules like the fact that you can't put thrusters on your ship, and you can't put wings on it, like at least to fly. You know, stuff like that. I could theoretically put on aerodynamics, and you could have a wing, but it would be like a spoiler pointing downwards, so it'd be pushing you into the ground. But I just have to inspect them real quick before you head off on your race. Yeah, no hovercraft. It's a road race. Hovercraft are just very low altitude planes, like ships in here. There's 3 planets. I think that's Mars. I think that's Earth, and that's Triton. That's actually kind of beautiful, racing east. Ooh, okay. Gyros save me. Yeah, like what I'm thinking of doing for size requirements, I'll just take a quick break here. Hang on, dolls. Is having like a platform and on that platform you would have to drive your rover out of a like 4x3 wide area or something, or like you would have to fit through this door, or maybe a 3 wide. That would be fine for, let's see, how would that be for a rover like this? Let's see. So yeah, this thing would easily fit to 3 wide. Oh, I broke it. I don't know how I broke it so much just backing up there, but I broke it. You good now? Yeah, she's a little bent, but that's okay. But, like, yeah, something like that's, say, max 3 wide, large blocks kind of feel. It has to fit into this doorway upon your exit. And if you fit through that doorway, you win. Like, your rover is valid. Okay? Something like that. Would you be allowed a crazy one-wheel build? Sure, why not? Like, I think the rule should just be that you can fit through this doorway. A 3x2 doorway. Anything else beyond that is up to you. Alright, let's get back into moving forward. With my slightly dented rover. You want to make a tricycle, or a one-wheel, or a motorbike, two-wheel thing? Go right ahead. Yeah. One of the reasons why I'm doing this testing right now is to see the approximate distance you can get in about an hour or two, and if there's anything interesting along the way that I want to make checkpoints at. I didn't check is how many people watching. 41 concurrent viewers. Well, welcome to the stream. What about the length? Well, I can make it so that you actually have to, say, make a specific turn to get out of the hangar. And that would stop really long things. I mean, if you want to make, like, a really, really long rover, I mean, okay. You're going to probably, like, high center yourself somewhere, but go ahead. Doing. Starting to get more rocky and more bumpy terrain here. Five long, 3 wide, 2 high. Yeah, that would work. That would be the doorway you have to fit in. Okay, let's go this way. Oh, jeez. Okay, jumping, land. Wow, wheels first. There we go. Yeah, it's getting real bumpy around here. Oh, come on. Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, Jesus Christ. That also is getting real dark. Give me day again. There we go. But you guys won't be able to do that during the stream. Ugh, God. It's just me when I'm testing. You see how many times I've almost crashed. Imagine one of those, like, absolutely deleting your rover. Yeah, some sort of mountain climbing, or at least, you know, these rocky dunes. Gonna need to get over them quickly. Okay. Can I drive up this? Oh, yeah, I can. Let's go. Yeah, there's definitely going to be people that explode the rover in the first few minutes. What I'm thinking of doing is during the stream, as I'm like commenting on it, I'll be flying around in a ship and basically playing like Lakitu from Super Mario Kart, and just coming and like picking up people's ships and dropping them off back on sort of flat ground. So that way if they flip themselves or if they get stuck in a canyon or something, I'll just come in there like drop them off back on the on the road. Oh, but I'm actually thinking about doing like some prize pool and stuff for this too. Like a decent prize pool. Like I was thinking a couple $100 as the pool, and the you know, it would be like whatever first place gets, second place gets half that, and third place gets half of second place, kind of thing. Make it an actual event. Maybe find somebody to like co-host it with me, so we can like both do okay, we'll survive that. Both do our color commentary and play-by-play and stuff like that. Also just allow me, if I need to step away to get a glass of water or take care of my dog during that time frame, without the air going dead. I can just let the other guy do some commentary. Yeah, like 150-25. I was thinking somewhere around there. And if you guys want to make teams, then it'll just be split between everybody on that particular team that gets the gold, silver, and bronze medal. And then maybe in the future we can do like a Mad Max version, which is like the first 20 minutes is no shooting allowed, and then after that shooting gets turned on. We're getting some air. Fixed weapons only would be amazing. You'd be like jousting. New to your channel, love the Space Industries content, brilliant stuff. Well, thank you so much. You know, we're actually getting fairly close to 50,000 subscribers, which I didn't ever think was physically possible. And I'll probably have to plan out and do some stuff for 50,000 as well soon. Because if I'm not mistaken, we should be getting to 50,000 in like August or maybe early September, depending on how many subscribers I get for the next couple months. Yeah, sometime in August probably. Whee! Oh, here we go. We're coming up to the big canyon. How far we gotten? Dude, we could actually... I'm only a half hour into this race, like this test or so. And the Horseshoe Oasis is almost like below me completely. Like I'm almost halfway around the planet already. away from Japan. 12:22 right now. Yeah, Japan! I plan to go to Japan September or October 2024 for some martial arts stuff. So I'm excited. This is going to be a simple no weapons race. This is just going to be like an actual race. Okay, here. This is totally the... Right along here. You drive along here. Boom. This is where the bridge is. Okay. This is the bridge. Park. We'll go... Pertam Race Bridge. And we shall slap in a bridge. And looks about right. Let's check that. Oh, am I good or am I good? I think this is perfect. Oh, just about. It needs to be aimed ever so slightly downwards. Oh yeah, it's a super narrow bridge with no sides on it. Guaranteed. Okay, so we'll line up at this thing, and then we just need to go here. We just need to go tap like that. So the bridge will come back to there. And if we go across, it should be slightly lower than the other bridge. Right? Ever so slightly. And that should be into the terrain. Perfection. Okay. This is the bridge. This is the way. That goes into there. And now we can just... Can I even get to the side of one of these blocks? Can I? Get rid of all that. From here. Fly this back over. And we'll make it a 3 wide sort of thing. There we go. That's the kind of bridge we're going to have. So this is a fall off and you're dead sort of bridge. No rough housing across the bridge. Single file, please. Can pit spot be installed on the bridge as well? Forget the bridge, we need a ramp. I could put... Oh, that would be something. Okay, let's see. So, we have the bridge here. But what if we put a bridge there? But if you drew... No, wait. If we put a bridge, say, here. This gap. And then you have to drive out of your way to get to that. And it's longer. But then we have here is a ramp. And if you want to try, you can jump it and save time. It'd be like a shortcut. Oh, take out the middle of the bridge? Oh, you're taking out the center row, so it'd be like 2 beams. Oh, right. I was thinking we could actually take out like a couple blocks in the middle and have it so that you have to jump a middle of the bridge. And so you have to just go like ka-tunk and fly and just like land back on the little bridge. Who's going to drive the observation chopper? I'll probably be flying one of them. And then whoever else is co-commentating with me will drive the other one. We'll have a couple flying around. We'll actually make them into helicopters. Like, I could probably fly Kanajashis. Or actually have a real looking helicopter. Ooh, and then we're just getting into the desert. What I can do here is what I should be able to do is I forget which ones it is. Wheel. Okay, left to 100, right to negative 100. There we go. We are on cruise control now. I don't have to hold W. And then we can just grab one of the gyros and put it on override. Whoa, jeez. There we go. We're cruising. Okay. We were wheeling there for a while. Yeah, wheelie! Does we like the amazing race goes around the whole planet? It might be. I mean, we're only, say, 40-ish minutes into our drive. And we're already 52 kilometers, but straight through the planet from Horseshoe Oasis. So we maybe have gone maybe a third of the planet. So if we could make it so that, like, it is a we have to circumnavigate the planet in the race. It might be ended up being, like, say, 2.5 hours for the racing portion. Alright, well, while we are relatively safe here, driving along the dunes, I'm going to look ahead to see what's coming next. We have got, driving alongside this canyon, some more dunes, some more canyon, and then some more canyon. Yeah, we just have to follow that canyon all the way around, essentially. Oh, we should probably turn our gyro off. Right. Obstacle course, dodge or die. I could fill the desert with landmines or something. So it's just like, warning, landmines. Ah, okay. Cars are exploding around you. There we go. Turn off the overrides. Back to just driving. Advancing and setting bridges to reduce lag. Yeah, you could do that. Oh. Down here into this valley. I mean, the one good thing about Pertam is it's so drivable. Like, it is absolutely so drivable. You couldn't really do this that well on Earth, like. I mean, if you went around the equator, sure. But if you went, say, north to south, as Splitsy's shown in his Wrong Way Up and Wrong Way Down series, it's an absolute bitch. They're not meant to drive on Earth. You're meant to fly around. Well, but we could definitely have, oh, I just thought of something. You could have it so that when you, say, like about a quarter of the way around the planet, you have to stop, you have to get out, and you have to do something. Maybe you have to jump into a ship, and you have to fly an obstacle course with the ship. Or you have to, solve a puzzle or something like that, like a riddle. And so it's not just driving. Drive for a portion of the planet, fly for a portion of the planet. Now, the flying would just get, like, just all the thrust. The waypoints can be for general direction, and the racers have to find the bridge or engineer their own. Ooh, yeah. Pit stops, and they have to refill hydrogen fuel on their trucks, so they have to think about, do I push the next pit stop or do I stop here? Ooh, that could work. Just, you'd have to find gas stations. They'd have, like, little 5-kilometer beacons or something, and so you'd have to, like, be like, okay, where's the gas station? Oh, there's one. Let's go. Let's park up and steal some gas. Now, do you make a really large, like, long-range truck with, like, multiple large gas tanks? And I could add the heavy gases mod, so that if you take a lot of tanks, it's like your rover's really heavy and you're likely to explode. Or you could take some small amount of tanks and your rover will be much lighter. Because what's the other thing I could do? I can add in the there's like this relative top speed mod. I'm not sure how much it would apply to like rovers and such. But you could have it so that if you want to build a big tough rover, it would have a slower overall top speed than like a motorcycle. Yeah, just one small battery just to serve as like your starting battery, because you need to be able to turn on your engine and have a little bit of power just to prime your hydrogen engines, and then you have to run off your hydrogen engines. But also, I don't want to drive people nuts by hearing an engine going for like 2.5 hours. It would probably hurt their brains. Oh man, I actually think this is doable. I think you can race around Pertam in about 2 hours. Thinking about where the Horseshoe Oasis is now, I think you can do it. Now, I think the gas kind of stuff would... It sounds cool. I'm not sure how to implement it 100% completely. Oh, God. This is... aerodynamics on me. I think I just have it on, like, batteries for the first go, you know? Just to... Because it'll be the first event, and then I can ask people what they thought about it and such. And we can look into changing it for the next annual Pertam race. Ooh, would there be any way for people to drive to the top of something like this? Probably, but it doesn't look that drivable. You could probably get up this, and then what? I want to have, like, checkpoints, so you have to, like... Maybe for something like this, is I get onto one of these, mountaintops, and I put a checkpoint that you have to go and you have to show up at, either with your vehicle or just, your person. And so you could... Oh yeah, no jetpacks. You couldn't just fly up there. But, like, you could drive up there and drive as close as you can, then run up the mountain, slap the button, and there would be somebody watching. So there could be, like, I don't know, like 4 or 5 buttons that they have to hit throughout the race. And, maybe, like, get a secret word. That's how you could make sure that they actually did it. You press a button, and that button causes an LCD to turn on for, like, 5 seconds. And that LCD displays a word. And at the end, you have to tell me the 5 words to confirm that you actually drove the route. Okay, that's a cliff. Oh. Because people could tell each other the words, I guess. I think we need another bridge in this area. Let's see. That would get us over here, which is some interesting terrain to drive. And there's a dried up lake bed. And I gotta move the sun here. There we go. I can actually see now. Drive across here, then maybe another bridge. And then... Oh, yeah! We have to drive through the canyon. This is the same canyon I went through with the, it's the same direction, too. Same canyon I went through with the Mastodon when I did the series. Alright. Let's aim this at the terrain over there. I want to aim it at those blocks. Right there. And let's see where this goes. And I could aim it way lower. Yeah, about there is good. And maybe a bit to the left. Yeah, a bit to the left. A 90-degree turn on the bridge? Oh, that's just Cool. Besides, there's time to make these adjustments in the future. Where do I want this bridge to go? To there? Sure, something like that. Not getting it placed deep enough. Deep! There we go. Now it's going into the terrain. Hello, Canadian meteorologist. Welcome to the stream. And that goes into the terrain on this side. Wonderful. There we go. Bridge 2, Electric Boogaloo. Race Bridge 2. Huh? There we go. Oh, I make that a bit smoother. Yeah, I'm thinking I might make a bridge where you have to jump in the middle or something. That would be kind of fun. But now you just, Oh, I should totally... That bridge is optional, because they could just race along either side of the canyon if they felt like it. Totally. I also want to see what kind of time can I get if I add a... How much speed do I get if I add some thrusters to this thing? Going backwards. Can I put them in the bed anywhere? Oh yeah, I can, right off the back. Bada boom. Although I might need another battery or two. We'll see. Oh yeah, I'm maxed out on power. Where is even the power on this beast? Is it in the engine compartment? Ah, it's a reactor. And that's it. We have no batteries and such. That's something I could just throw in a small reactor here into my cockpit. Give myself some more power. Do you even have... Wait, does the other reactor even have... No, it doesn't have... It's a small battery. Dude, what if I... give you some uranium? Oh, still not enough power to fully power my thruster and batteries. 2 more. Okay, now we're good. Ooh. These thrusters gonna give me much speed? Oh, they're allowing me to fly! Oh god, I love the aerodynamics mod sometimes. Whee! This is not intended! This is not what I wanted the game to feel like, but it works! Okay, okay, okay. We'll take care of these. That's not how the game should play. Okay. I just found your content last week and I want to say it's great to see people still having fun with the game. Well, thank you so much for watching. I am glad people enjoy my content. Yeah, this is why thrusters are banned. Because aerodynamics makes things fly. Oh, speaking of aerodynamics, I should try putting in some spoilers. Do I not have the... not wing. There we go, wing mods. Do we even have... do they just have spoilers? No. Wings! Okay. Do they have flaps? The control surfaces? No. Let's see what we can do. If I just put... Actually, just put a block, rotor. Not that way. Up here. And then have this coming off of the rotor. If I point it down, it'll push me down into the ground. That's the plan. I'm just seeing if whether or not this is a reasonable thing. Let's not want it. Ah. The rotor, damn it. There we go. Velocity. We'll go -1 for a little bit. There. We're pointing down. Let's say 10 degrees-ish down. And we'll lock it. So realistically, this should be pushing me into the ground a bit as I go faster. I should get less airtime. I think that's working. Take a little jump here. But if I rotate it... Oh... Can I get some lift off of this? Rotor. Let's go... It's a little strange position now, but... Yeah, now it's like... trying to lift me up? I don't know. I don't think it's worthwhile. Back to driving. No thrusters, no spoilers. Just driving. Oh, and also, if we wanted to do it in the future, or even if on this one, depending on how I set it up, a really easy way to set up where the hydrogen stations are for people to refuel, if we're going to do that, is at the oases. So if you want to know where the hydrogen stations are, you just have to learn where the oases are. Because that's where ice is, so that's where hydrogen will be. Formula 1 design, it doesn't have enough ground clearance. Are you kidding? It wouldn't be able to get over these bumps. Gravity blocks? Oh, like space balls and things like that. Yeah, I mean, you could inflate the weight of your rover if you wanted to. If you wanted to keep it like a heavier, more stable, jump-less rover. But maybe there's something good about having a rover. Like if you're just going to go off an edge, and you're able to just go like woohoo and jump and jump across stuff. Who knows? Yeah, you could set up a... If you're doing gas stations, you could have it so the beacons are only on at a short range. Maybe there's a long-range beacon that pulses every so often. How are we doing? Okay, we're about halfway. We're about an hour into the drive and we're halfway. So I am confident that a circumnavigation of Pertam can be done in 2 hours. So somewhere around here, we need to put a waypoint soon. Well, I mean, if they had to get to that bridge, then that would probably, you know, get them on the right track. I just don't want it to be that, like, the fastest route is to, like, get to the bridge and then, like, immediately turn left or something and race back. Then it would be to continue and do the rest of the way. So yeah, I can have it so you have to cross the bridges, because then that would force them on a relatively similar route. Yeah, I think if you're going to do a race on Triton's ice sheets, that's like a drag race that you want to do. Like that should be like land speed records. You are allowed thrusters, but just not upwards thrusters kind of thing. Like you should just be like this giant drag racer with like infinite atmospheric thrusters on the back and thrusters pushing it down into the ground, and you're just like going at 100 meters a second, or put on a speed mod for infinite speed and you're going like several hundred meters a second on the ground, and you have to like drift on the ice in order to make turns around mountains and such. Like that's the kind of race you'd want to do on Triton. I think Death Race is an interesting idea, but I don't want to do it for the first one. I think Death Race would be funner on a shorter thing. But I don't want a person to be like an hour and a half into a race just to have somebody like hit them with a rocket and they die, and they're just like, damn it! I could use the drill and fill. I could do stuff like that, but I kind of want to have the open-endedness of it. Like, just, you have to drive over these bridges at some point, or don't. Like, you just have to get around, just go east and keep driving east until you get back here. That's essentially the goal of the race. I don't want to have it so the people are, like, forced to doing the same route, because I could it'd be nice if people could spread out. Good progress. We are an hour or so into the drive, and the Horseshoe Oasis is now going down in distance. I'm now getting closer. That's awesome. That is actually so cool. And to think, oh, my entire season 3, which ended up being like months long and like tens of hours of recording, dozens of hours of recording, I could have just taken my first rover and just gone zippity-doo-dah across the planet in 2 hours. Well, I also went to the North Pole and the South Pole and did around the planet as well, so it was a bit longer than that. But seriously, still. Oh, man, I'm thinking about the fuel situation. How do the people in the Dakar Rally fuel up? Because they're out in the middle of the desert. They don't get, like, gas stations out there. They just have their fuel. So I could just make it that, like, whatever you leave with is your energy for the drive. And, like, large batteries are banned or something like that. Like large grid, no, small grid, large batteries. You know what I mean? And so, oh, you're going to make your thing a solar powered thing. Well, get ready for nighttime, or like maybe nuclear is banned. But you have to build in enough hydrogen to do the drive. Whatever that amount of hydrogen would be. And maybe there isn't gas stations, but if they take small gas tanks, they have to mine the ice at the oases that they find. So that, like, you're designing the thing. You've got an hour to build your dream rover. You have to figure out how to get around the planet. It's not my job to handhold you to get around the planet. You should be able to build a rover that can do it. Oasis is approaching quickly. It's significantly in front of me now. Yeah, it's strange. We're going to be there in like 45 minutes. Oh, the flats. This is where you can really open up. Just came back, and I thought you'd be back and you'd gone for a circle. We're over halfway, though. We're starting to head back towards the Osher Oasis. So, we will be there before the 2-hour mark, probably. Soften my front suspension. Probably. Let's see. Front kind of strength is 11%. Backs are at 8%. 8? 8. There we go. I think just keeping it simple of if you run out of fuel, you're welcome to mine ice. Oh, I could have it that, like, sabotaging the bridges is, like a bannable offense. If I get a report that one of the bridges is broken, whoever went over it last is getting fucked, sort of thing. Making such an easy place to drive. Man, I love this place. Well, I mean, each vehicle would be designed for the O2 H2 generators for emergency. That would be up for the individual designer. Are you going to just believe that your large tank of hydrogen is enough to drive? Or are you going to take an O2 H2 and gamble that you will probably have to mine some ice along the way? I mean, I guess people would probably be like, oh yeah, we'll just take a big tank and that'll be our vehicle. But then again, if they roll over, their tank is liable to explode, which is a bad thing. Oh, we are here. I think this is the triple. Like there's it goes in 3 different ways, and then there's the island of. I think this is the area. Yeah. Okay, let's get my camera over here. Yes, this is the island. You can see how it is. The canyon splits. And it goes around this section. So, what is my due east direction? My due east direction could take me over this. I kind of like that. Yeah, well, I mean, this is a checkpoint, if anything. There's a bridge here. And they have to get across the bridge. So a bridge needs to come down very so slightly. Just like so. That's looking good. Alright, let's go check the other side. Truck feels a little bit better, yeah, than I've got the suspension softened. Yeah, something like this. This is good enough. Boom! Third bridge. I do have my, yeah, my trash removal is suspended, so it will not, remove these things. GPS. Reach bridge 3. God, it's scary in first person. Fuck. Jesus Christ. I gotta make those bridges bigger and better built. But at least that's what their locations are gonna be. So now we are in the desert dunes of that plateau. Whoa, jeez. How do you make sure people follow the general direction of the race? They have to pass the bridges. They have to go over the bridge. And the bridges are in a general east path, like my path I'm taking. They can go as much south or north as they want as they head east, but eventually they're going to have to get to a bridge. So it's best just to drive east with a little variation. You might actually be faster in this little desert thing to slow down going over these ridges so you can accelerate downwards. Less airtime. Or you can just yeet yourself. Try to land. Excuse me. Ow. Whoa. Am I getting to... Yes! I'm getting to the other end of this. And so we're going to need another bridge. Which I like... Let's see. Park. Get my camera over here. I like this. Let's get my... That is that over on the right. That'll be the next bridge. Damn it. Yeah. Ah, victory. Okay. I think these are just normal suspensions. Yes, 10 out of 10 driver. I am a professional. Gravity line. Oh, sweet. That works out quite nicely. And I'll put a block here. Actually, I wonder... This is scary, but actually semi-drivable. You could... I'm going to attempt it. I'm going to quickly take a copy of this. So it's on my clipboard if I need it. But I'm going to attempt that. Force them to do this difficult path. Or I could have a bridge there, but I could have it broken and then just have a big flashing sign that says detour. Oh yeah, it's totally drivable. Yeah, it's totally drivable. When is the race happening? Probably early July. Because my birthday is on July 6th. I have that entire week off. And so I'm probably going to be doing it on my birthday or something like that. Okay, let's try something here. Since I've got the blueprint, like I've got a copy of that anyway. Let's go here and let's put in a random rampy bit and see if I explode going off of it. And see what kind of air I get. One thing I'm worried about is my front suspension giving out. Whoa, you actually get a good amount of air. Dude! Okay, so that was from, like, there, and I landed about, like, here. So I did, like, what was that? Like, 30-something blocks of air. That's awesome. That was awesome. Okay, so that means what I could do is if I count back, like say 25, 30 blocks from the edge here, say like to 30 blocks there, and we'll put a ramp here. Will I be able to yeet myself all the way to the other side? This is the question. Okay. Let's continue on. That ramp needs to be gentler. But if it was a straight... did I GPS that bridge? Yeah, Race Bridge 3. Yeah, it's GPS'd. We're good, we're good. 44 kilometers away from Horseshoe Oasis. We're almost done. Oh, I can also install, like, additional armor mods that are like a 4-for-1. Because those are 2-for-1s, as in, like, over the length of 2 blocks, it raises 1. But I could install, like, the expanded armor sets. And that was the 3rd? 4th bridge? Wait a second. We just put a GPS temporarily where I am, so I don't lose my truck. Oh, right! I didn't GPS this bridge. You guys are observant. How did you get so observant? Ow! You guys are too good at this. Ah. There we go. Race Bridge 4. Hate to bring it to you, but you just might be that you are not so observant. Yeah. Oh, here's the canyon. Oh, it's the canyon. Yes. Okay. Yes. People need to go through the canyon. Entrance there. Is this the route that I took? I want them to drive the whole canyon. This, and this is somewhere along here is a jump down. Down along here, down through here, down along here. Oases there if you needed the fuel. Back along this way, back along this way. Oh, yeah. Okay. Back to the truck. I need there to be light here. Let there be light! I must see this canyon in its glory. Okay. Which way am I pointing? I need to point east. Which is towards the canyon from my perspective. Will there be enemies? No. It's just an off-road race. Yeah, you have to go into the canyon. That's going to be the rule. You have to drive the canyon. Okay. Canyon entrance can be, like, here. Tam race canyon entrance. Alright, let's go. I mean, there's death if you crash, but I'm not going to put in AI. Well, I mean, just the rule will have to be this is the route. You have to drive the canyon. I don't know. I'll just put in various waypoints through here. Canyon waypoint 1. Two. Yeah, side objectives, all that kind of stuff. I do think it would be interesting, but for my first, like, big event, I kind of want to keep it simple. I kind of just want it to be... Oh yeah, just race. This is waypoint 3. Waypoint 3. I believe I'm on the right path still. Oh, no, that's just taking me out. I want them to... Oh, okay, so I went... Okay, wait. Where did I go? I went in here. And I went there, there. I want them to turn right. And go this route. Through this and through that. Okay. Back up. Waypoint 3 is in the wrong spot. How many people would there be? I don't know. However many people can fit on a server. This I can put in like signs and stuff that's like turn right, turn left, that kind of stuff. Get rid of 3, make this 3. There we go. Waypoint 3 there. Now we turn right and head this way. Man, I remember driving this canyon. Only 1x1 wheels are allowed? No! No, not that evil. Ah. 0.5, there we go. Couldn't type there for half a second. What do I want here? Right or left? I want left. Will projector on your vehicles be allowed? I assume. I mean, what can a projector do except just help you fix it up quick? But you're not going to have any resources to do that, so unless you bring spare resources. Oh, like if you want to build a vehicle prior and then just print it? Oh, I guess so. Oh! This will be 7. Wheel limit? I don't see why not. Just, you know, don't be stupid. That's probably all I can think of. Don't be stupid. Stupid. And then turn right here. Yes, Tuscan Raiders. The sand dwellers. Sand people. Those were the snipers in the pod races. They just like be up on the thing going. shooting up the pods as they went by. Hey, if people want to make a spider rover that can climb the cliff faces, go ahead. If you can do it without thrusters, go ahead. I'm fine with it. Bridges are there if you want to act like a normal person. Somewhere along here. There. Ah, yeah, here it is. This will be fun for people. Here's the yeet. You're going to have to yeet yourself off this ledge. So you either have to go safe and drive around the outside of it, or you just have to take this ledge at speed and yeet. Which I guess people probably eat themselves off the edge. Alright, and then just again going straight. As there is only the one choice here, essentially, for the rest of this drive. But I'm just putting in all these waypoints just to ensure that people actually, you know, drive the route instead of going like, I'll just dip in, get the first checkpoint, go back out, drive around the outside, dip in, get the last checkpoint. Firing sauce torches to mark yeet points. Yeah, like, stunt completed, plus respect. If somebody does something like that with grinders, I'll ban them. I'll make like a general catch-all rule is that you can't fuck with other drivers in any means. And if you're caught doing so, you're instantly booted. Oh yeah, no ramming at all. It's a race, not a combat. We going the right way? Yeah, so then over here, and then you can get out on one of these. Yeah. Here. 14. Bush Oasis is only 35k away. I'll probably be there in about 20-30 minutes. Boy here. 15. So many waypoints. Alright, so where am I now? At this point... do I make them drive the whole rest of this? Because then they get to here, and then they can... where can they drive out? Or is that enough of the canyon? Or do we do the whole canyon? Nothing but the canyon. Because this is where I got the Mastodon at. Right here. That's where I built my little ramp and got the Mastodon. But with little rovers and things, I'm just wondering where I can climb the walls here. Or if there's an area that's flat enough that I could easily drive out. This is Pertam. This is a standard planet. This is part of the Space Engineers. I could just make them drive all the way out to one of these places. These are not bad. Somewhere along here, there's going to be a nice way to get out. Or that's just their problem. They have to figure out how to get out. Ugh. Although what I do need to do is I do need to use wash them. So I will be back in... Also, have a fresh glass of water. Ooh. Water. Water. Alright. Yeah, turn right here. This is number 16. Let's go. Morning, Mr. Shinigami. Turning left means you get out early, though. Like, if I turn left at 16, it means I go this way. And it's a really tight route, but it leads out. And I mean, I guess that's okay, but I kind of want to force people to drive the rest of the canyon. I want people to do the whole canyon. And then you'll pop out somewhere over here. Like, you can take a left right here and we'll make, like, this the exit or something. And maybe I'll build a ramp out of here so that people can take. And then it's like, okay, 31 to the left and to the end. Like, no big obstacles. Book it! Sort of thing. Because this is kind of somewhat retracing my steps in Season 3. So I'm feeling real nostalgic right now. I'm going like, ooh, I remember driving through here with my giant rover. I remember there was like an enemy base on top of that mountain there, and I was like, oh god, how am I gonna survive? Did I turn left or right here? Need to put a waypoint here, though. It's waypoint 18. Oh, wait. Right does nowhere. Left is the only option. Well, I mean, I drove through this canyon. It's as much of a spoiler as I can give you. There were some trials and tribulations, but I drove through this canyon. And no real other turns around here. That's pretty much it. What? Pod racing the hover engine mod? Do that across Mars. That'd be kind of fun. Because Mars is super flat for this kind of stuff. Like, Mars would be a better pod racing thing. Or, I mean, this canyon would be pretty good. It'd be so episode 1. Did you guys ever play that, like, pod racing game? There's so many tracks on there. I enjoyed that as a child. Although I was horrible at it and I couldn't get a very good time, and AI would always beat me because I was a young child when it came out, but it was fun. Yeah, this is gave me trouble to at least get my large rover through here. It's not gonna be troublesome with these small rovers. I should just be able to drive up this. Yep. The Mastodon couldn't get through there, so I had to like dig that entire area out. And I know I'm saying stuff about Season 3, but it's kind of hard for me to think about like something as a spoiler when it literally happened like years ago for me. And it's like talking about the end of a movie that came out a couple of years ago. And I'm just like, dude, it's been out for years. Like, if you haven't seen it by now, I'm not, like, I don't need to... I don't need to, like, cover up my mouth and be like, oh, no, but what if nobody hasn't seen it? I don't know, it just feels that way. How would we on now? 23. Making good progress, though. Ugh. Jeez. Allergies. They're killing me, man. Are you gonna... Oh, yeah. Yeet! No! That was a yeet. That was fun. Let's see. 24. Just got home. What'd you miss? Well, we are planning out a race. An off-road race around Pertam. Quite literally just around the entire planet. It looks like it's going to be doable within a 2.5 hour time frame, which sounds good to me. And what I'm doing right now is route finding to plan out the route of said race. Making sure that I have enough waypoints in this canyon so that people actually drive the canyon. Yeah, my allergies hate me. They'll be gone by July, though. Whatever it is, it's just in, like, end of May, June that kills me for allergies. Yeah, it's going to be a fun event. It's going to take place in sort of the first week or so of July is my tentative plan, because I have a week off then. And it's going to have a podium, the gold, silver, and bronze, and it's going to have prize pool of like 150.25 USD for the gold, silver, and bronze. Of course, people can join in a team, but this prize will be split between the team. I'll just send it to a representative, and that representative has to split it. I'm not paying multiple PayPal transactions for your team. How many racers? I don't know! I need to figure that out. I mean, however many would make a nice stable server. Whether it be like, say, 16 teams or something like that, or a dozen teams. Somewhere in that range of around a dozen, plus or minus a few. Yeah, essentially, as soon as the trees start shooting their pollen into the air, just... Oh, those trees, they just start to bukakiing the world with all their pollen. That's when my allergies kick in. You damn trees! Where do I want to get out here? Alright, park up for a second. Where am I getting out? Which one? It was this one that I did. Was it that one that I did? I think this is good for driving through the canyon. We don't need to do all of this stuff. That's just excessive. I think if we go along here, we turn, and then we're out here. And then we have a straight shot for home base. Yeah, we're almost out of the canyon. I don't know. Maybe it's not trees. It could be the grassy, like the grasses. It's, something's getting me in the June-ish time frames. Is it here? No, the next big turn is where we go. Ah! Come on, camera. Stop screwing me around. 27, 28 will be at this corner here. Says like almost 30 waypoints to get through this canyon, and then you turn left. 29 will be down over here, and then 30 will be at the exit. I took out a tree. And let's see if I can drive out. Can I? Oh, I can. The route would be published publicly prior to it. Like when I make a proper announcement, like thread or video or something like that, and I say, this race is happening on July 6th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, like that, you know, that kind of thing. I'll also post a link to a Google Doc that will have all of these GPSs of where the things are going to be, and so people can load them into their worlds and do it, or maybe even I'll have the race world prepped and I'll have it so that people can download the world as a scenario and pop in and give it a try. But I'm just gonna park my rover a quick sec. I do like forcing them to go through the canyon, and that should be enough waypoints so that they're forced to take the route I want, which is essentially the route I took with the Season 3. Like, I could just have it so that I have, like, this is the last waypoint, and then after that you can just do whatever you want. Or I could have it that this is the last waypoint and there's a ramp here to get out. However I want to do it. But that is a lot of waypoints, so I'm going to switch to no names. Actually, I'm going to switch them off. But I have to see where I'm going, so normal is fine. But just a quick 28 kilometers to the Horseshoe Oasis, which at the beginning we did about 22 kilometers in 10 minutes. So that is about 15 minutes away. The suspension bridge with the hinges, like it was literally just this giant rope of hinges in between. Oh, that's disgusting. I love it. That'd be a bitch to build. That's a sneeze attack. I can't see where I'm driving when I'm doing this. Thank God there was no cliffs. Oh. I survived. Ah. That would be silly if there's like, hey, the Horseshoe Oasis is just over the horizon, but turn around and go back the other way. No. That'd be too much. I think with no bridge creation, because they wouldn't have to do that, no brakes, I think you could do this race in about 2 hours. I think the easiest way to build that kind of bridge would be to hang. So build a really tall thing, then build off the side, and then literally build a chain going down of hinges, and then make sure you turn them all off, and then you just cut that off and copy it, and then paste like the beginning of it into the wall, and that's it. I believe that would be the best way to do it. You just have to make sure both ends are connected, and then you have this thing dangling in between them. So it would be like a little bit of bridge, and then this dangle, and then a little bit of bridge at the end. Just because you have to make sure the dangle of hinges is above the terrain. But I don't have to make the bridges easy either. They could be difficult to drive. They could be like tightrope blocking, or you have to have like one wheel off because it's so tight. Like it's just a tiny little string of blocks. Or the bridge is slanted heavily off to one side. Like the rope is snapped kind of setting. And so you're constantly sliding to the right or something like that, so you have to drive a little bit pointing left. Or I could do like a rounded bridge. So instead of flat blocks, it's literally a pipe that you have to drive on. And so if you drive in any, like, you have to constantly adjust yourself back and forth, left and right. Otherwise, you drive off the edge of the pipe. Oh, dude, you could do like an Indiana Jones thing where it's like the clear side of the, like the dark side down of the glass, so it's hard to see where it is, and it isn't straight. It's has turns in it. And so it's like a little maze to drive across the cliff, and you can't really see where the bridge is. That sounds great. So like, just call it the Indiana Bridge, like the Indiana Jones Bridge, or something like that. And so if you just yeet yourself across there, it's not going to work. You have to like get out on foot and like path it before you drive it. Oh, getting to a little bit of Badlands here. We're out of the nice, easy driving desert. We're into the shitty driving Badlands. At least it's, no, not too bad, but there be bumps coming. I'm gonna go around this stuff. 13 kilometers away! We're almost there! Yes, set up a jump and then set this giant landing area so you can't really miss it, but with invisible blocks. And so it's like the leap of faith. And so if anyone actually does it, they get across easily. I bet I could download a mod that gives me literally, like, actually invisible blocks. That's got to exist somewhere out there, right? Last block with no edges. There you go. Yeah, I could totally make a leap of faith. Like, bridge that way 10 kilometers or something like that, so you have to drive a long time to get to the bridge if you want to cross it. But leap of faith right here if you want to. Oh no, it's dark. Oh, and that's another thing. We have normal Space Engineer's darkness, which is this dark. Which isn't really that dark. It's more than enough to see and navigate. What if I put in Space Just Got Real, so it's like actually pitch black outside of your lights. And so you have to think about your positioning of your lights and have lights on like rotors and stuff so you can position them so you can see everything. I just joined you. Are you creating a racetrack? Yes, I am testing out the feasibility of what a circumnavigation of Pertam would look like as a race. And it is not too bad. It, minus all of my fiddling around and taking breaks and stuff like that, it looks like you can do Pertam in about 2 hours. Which is kind of the length that I wanted the race to have. Essentially a community event. Everyone gets onto a Space Engineer server. You have an hour to build. You have approximately 2 hours to run the race. And then it's either the time that you get to do the 2 hours or the distance that you got if you crashed. That way, if everybody crashes and everyone explodes on the route, then we just go by distance. Whereas if somebody finishes, they get first, sort of thing. And they would actually have prize pool, like $100 for the winners, and $50 for second place, and $25 for third place, kind of thing. That's the plan, and I'm sticking to it. So today is just the figuring it out. Seeing how long it actually takes to circumnavigate Pertam, which I have done in this stream, and we're coming up on the Horseshoe Oasis, which will be the start and end point of the race. Have a good night. Yes, gotta go to work. Work is important. Make the money. Pay for life. But see you later. I'll try to hold the race at a appropriate time so that a lot of people can join. And the time for it will be known like long time in advance. Ping me the window mod with edges windows. Nice, thank you. I will see the ping after I'm done streaming. Because Discord is in streamer mode. Well, I mean, yeah, reusing Season 3 world. It's not like Pertam was added for me, but it is just in the vanilla game. You know, actually, thinking about it, I kind of like Pertam more than Earthlike. Like, out of all the planets in the game, all the planetary bodies, I think Pertam is my favorite. I think it looks the coolest. And it's actually the most realistic in terms of like geography. Like, this is a recently desolate world that had water. Like, it's going through desertification. There's still ice. It's just underground. There's still plant life, but it's only in the oases. And we're 300 meters away from victory. And time. Oh, all right. So that was about 2 hours and 8 minutes. So if I took away all my screwing around, about 2 hours to do a lap. There we go. Yeah, it was created specifically for rovers, I believe. But we did it! So, in the last 2 hours, what we did is we started from Pertam, the Horseshoe Oasis. And we went hard this direction, driving across the open fields here to get to the first small gully on the way there. Got a little waypoint at a low area which the racers could use to cross. Then continued across here, a little bit of more mountainous terrain, and we get to the first bridge site. Race across that bridge into the dunes of the desert. A little bit of mountainous terrain, some more deserty dunes, and some more mountainous terrain into bridge number 2. Following along with the left side of this giant gorge for a very long time. The gorge peels away that way. That's alright. We keep going straight. And it comes back to us, and we eventually get to bridge number 3. Across some deserty dunes to bridge number 4 with my wreck of a ship. I tried to do a jump and it exploded. And then from here we continue heading east until we enter the canyon, at which point we start slaloming through the canyon. Back and forth, waypoint 4 and 5 and 6 and 7. As we continue doing our route all throughout the canyon here. And then out. And then the final rush over some deserts, through some badlands, and around the mountain into the entrance back to the oasis. That's the route. 2 hours to run it is approximately correct with a makeshift random rover from the workshop, and it worked out nicely. I like it. That's gonna be the route. Yeah. Thank you, rover. You helped. Goodbye. And now for size restrictions, I believe what we're gonna do is have I have the hangar doors. Yes, I do. There's going to be hangars that you have to build your rover in. And then it's going to be 3 wide, I want to say. Three wide, 2 tall. And we get a symmetry going. There we go. Come on. There we go. Give me the walls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And give them, say, 7. 6. One more. A little bit of extra room to build. But that would be the building size. Your rover has to fit in here, and it has to fit out here. Otherwise, you can do anything. So I'll set up an entire... I'll build an entire thing here with, like, a dozen different hangars. And however many people we have in this event... I'll do, like, sign-ups. I'll make a Google form, all that kind of stuff. But I'm not going to do it right now. What is it? It's the 12th. So, essentially, this is going to be held in, like, 3 weeks. Is the idea. yes, 4 weeks maybe. Because it might be on Sunday the 9th or maybe Sunday the 2nd. I don't know. 3 to 4 weeks. Maybe it'll be on my Thursday and then my birthday. I don't know exactly. But somewhere in that first week of July. I'm thinking this is going to work. I like it. I didn't really have anything else planned for the day. So, that's probably going to be it. Considering that it is 10 o'clock. It's time for me to start going to bed because I got to go to work in the morning. I got to go make maps. Those maps aren't going to map themselves. I gotta put some well points and some pipelines into databases. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching my little driving stream as we circumnavigate, that's the right word. Circumnavigated the planet in about 2 hours. And I'll get all the details figured out probably for next week. And I'll put up, I'll figure it all out. I'm going to do this. This sounds like a fun event. Hopefully people are going to enjoy it. And come and watch. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.